again, YouTubers. So this is a review that was requested by quite a few people on the Sigma synthetic brush set, and this is the Mr. Bunny set. I'm pretty sure this is what it looks like. It comes in kind of a travel container, but also a great like makeup container just for everyday use. I use these every day. These are my old ones. I have 2 different sets of brushes in them, and I love them. They're always on my vanity. They're great, but this is also great because if you're gonna travel, you just throw the top on and you're good. So what happens is it has 2 snaps, one on either side, and it lifts up. So this can be a cup, and this cup already has the brushes in it. Now, these brushes are vegan and all synthetic, and so let me run through first what the brushes are, and then I'll tell you a little bit about my thoughts on them. They have a flat foundation brush, which is the F60. Sorry, it's reflective, so I have a little bit of trouble seeing it. A dual stippling brush, dual fiber brush, F50. A big, nice, fluffy face brush, which is the F30. A contoured blush or bronzing brush, F40. There is a large, like, shadow brush, E60. A blending brush for E40. It's kind of like the 224. That's probably one of my favorite, well, I have quite a few favorites in this group. The eye shading brush, E55. Nice, flat, short, dense brush for packing on color. Angled brush, E70. This is great for getting a little bit of color into the crease and then kind of blending out. The angled pencil brush, E30, for like doing an outer V. A concealer brush, which is, okay, I think this says F70. Yeah, I guess so, because it's a face brush. That makes sense. An angled eyebrow brush type thing, or for liner, E05. It can't be E05. E65? 65. And then my absolute favorite, which is an eyeliner brush, which is the E05. That's why I knew it wouldn't be that one. So, a little bit about these brushes. I do own the same exact set in Sigma in their traditional brushes. So, they're non-synthetic line. So, it has natural hairs, things like that. The first thing I love about these is not one of these has shed on me. Like, not even a second, not a little bit. Not one little hair on my face at all, which is amazing. The synthetic brushes are probably some of the softest brushes I've ever felt. I was actually talking to Josh Collier, I might have said his last name wrong again, here on YouTube about these because he only uses vegan synthetic brushes, and I was like, the one good thing about these is they are so extremely soft. Like, they are just amazing. Like, I can just sit here brushing this one and it feels so nice. And I really like that this one is so fluffy and so big. I don't feel like my other one was quite this big, but I will say my large one like this, my larger face brushes, I should say, through Sigma do shed slightly, but they're natural hairs, so that's going to happen. Whereas this does not shed. So if you're somebody who doesn't like shedding in your brushes at all, just can't stand it, won't tolerate it, these are a great option for that. Now, one of the things I will mention as well is that it is a little bit more difficult in cleaning these. You see the color a little bit more. Most brushes, like a regular brush, like this one isn't clean right now. Can't tell though. But if I put powder or something on with this and I put it on my face, then this has the tinge of the powder and whatever else it's going over. So they tend to look dirty quicker, but to me, honestly, they clean amazing with the rubbing alcohol. I just take a little container, I pour a little bit of rubbing alcohol into it. This one's from Target. I swirl it around in the brush, in the container with the alcohol, and then I brush it off just loosely across a towel, kind of like this, until all the color comes off of it. And that has worked. You can see I used most of these brushes today, and not one of them, short of This one has a little bit of a pink tinge to it. And the concealer brush I also use for a lip brush because I don't use this type of concealer brushes. So it has a little bit of a pink tinge because I use it for lips as well. But for the most part, unless it's a really, really pigmented color, it does come out of these brushes fairly easily. Now the angled brush I also tried as a foundation brush because I thought it might be kind of similar to one of my favorite brushes, which is the Sigmax F84. I thought it was going to be kind of similar, but it's nowhere near as dense. Just doesn't work the same. So I just figured I'd try a trick for you guys, see if it worked out, see if you could save a little bit. But this is a very nice brush. It works well for contouring. It's great for blush. You can just, or highlighter, you can put anything on with it. Overall, these brushes are a really, really great buy, especially if you are looking for something that is vegan, if you are looking for something that's synthetic, if you are looking for something that doesn't shed. That alone right there can be an amazing thing. If you've ever watched Pixie Woos, they use Samantha Chapman's, she has a dome-faced eye brush that's synthetic for underneath the eyes. I have used the medium angled shading brush, the E70. I have used this brush and I used it today for that. I just take it under the eyes and I work it in. Very similar to what they do. So if you can't get a hold of that, this is another option for that. So I hope this was helpful. I hope it gave you some good information on these brushes. The key thing here is I love the case. That's one of my favorite things. I love the softness and I love that they don't shed. So I hope you found this review helpful. Let me know if you have any other questions and thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.